Welcome back to Ravens Today. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video. I'm your host, Connor Gioffreda, giving you the latest updates on anything and all things Ravens. First up, Deontay Johnson, former Ravens wide receiver, finally spoke out about his falling out with the Ravens and what happened in the game where he refused to go in. He said his legs were cold. That, he was waiting and waiting and waiting. And then finally, when they asked him to go in, he said he couldn't because his legs were cold. That's the brief statement about it. What? Just what? I'm at a loss for words here because you're a wide receiver in the NFL on a one-year deal with the team. Yes, you are getting limited snaps because you are learning the playbook. But also, you have this opportunity to show the NFL what you can do. Obviously, I didn't think the Ravens were going to keep him post his time with them. But, if he had done well, he could have shown another team that his worth or what he could be worth and really have a stable contract and then that could turn into a huge payday. So to just say, "Oh, I'm just too cold, I can't go in." Dude, it was 40 degrees out. I'm a former athlete myself. I understand that it does get cold outside, but coaches don't care. You stay warmed up. You go to the fans. You warm up on the sideline. Just do something to keep yourself warmed up. Get your body temperature up. And when your time is up, now, when your number is called, you take advantage of every single a moment that you have on that field to show the coaches, hey, this guy's good. We can definitely use him more often. But instead, you took this route that said, hey, I don't feel like it. That's pretty much what I'm looking at. And any football players that are watching this video, please elaborate in the comments section about if a coach told you, hey, you need to go in. And even though it was cold, you still went in. Please tell me in the comments section. I this baffles me. I've never seen a player say, "Hey, I'm too cold. I don't want to go in." It's just it's really something else to witness, man. Now he's on the Browns, and the Browns can have him. But any sport too. It's football, baseball, soccer, hell, even swimming. Pool's cold. Don't give a crap. You got to go race. You're football. You're playing in the snow. It's the ground is super hard and it's 30 degrees out. You still go in and produce for the team. You still are part of the team, and you go in there and you make sure that you're on that field making plays for your team. But I'm sorry, there's no real word to describe how that except all the rant that I just went on. But anyway, moving on to a much lighter subject. Apparently Sports Illustrated has dubbed the NFL's favorite secondary, the Ravens secondary, as a three-headed monster. We have Marlon Humphrey, we have Nate Wiggins, now we have Jair Alexander. I love this. Okay, three-headed monster, let's go. Again, pending how Jair's health is, I think he will be ready to go, and I think he will be exceptionally healthy throughout the season, knock on wood. But I do think that this secondary is going to be light years better than it was last season. I think it'll be ready to go week 1 rather than it was when it adjusted week 11. I just think that our our pass defense is going to be a lot better. There's going to be a lot more chemistry between the corners, and Kyle Hamilton's not going to have to run across the field to help with the coverage as much. And we have Starks in the backfield too. But again, as a three-headed monster, like it's fun to see. You know, it's like if that's what it's dubbed, that's what it's dubbed. You know, I really want this to stay the moniker for this season for the Ravens' three-headed monster in the backfield is Marlon Humphrey, Nate Wiggins, Jair Alexander. I mean, if it stays throughout when it stays throughout the whole season, I am all for it. Let's put it on a t-shirt. Anyway, also, I have an interesting update for you guys. Javian Clowney is still in the running for a possible signing with the Ravens or the Saints. The Saints have been looking at him as well. Mind you, Clowney has history with the Ravens, playing against them and playing for them. Had a career year with the Ravens a couple years ago. And the Saints are in rebuild and have a lot of cap space. But if the Ravens are able to nab him again and he has another career year with us, I'm all for it, you know? Mind you, this isn't Mike McDonald's defense, it's Zach Orr's defense, but I feel like Zach Orr, like I've said in the previous videos, is going to have a lot more creative ideas and a lot more experience under his belt now that his first season as Ravens DC is done. So I feel like Clowney will be able to get a lot more reps in, especially with this young core, and be able to be more of a mentor like Kyle Van Noy is, and be able to be not as productive, but still productive enough to be on that field. Maybe have another career year with the Ravens, maybe not. But either way, I think that the Ravens should definitely invest in Javian Clowney a little bit and see if they can nab him for something cheap like they have been with the last couple signings, like with DeAndre Hopkins, Alexander, and I just think that trying to sign one more pass rusher like Clowney, especially one that's had history with the Ravens and knows the Ravens' defensive schemes, could be like the one last piece of the puzzle. But again, I've said before that this Ravens defense, we haven't seen anything like it since the 2012-2013 Super Bowl run and the 2000 Ravens defense. I think this defense doesn't match those, but we're gets close, you know, not in ferocity like the 2000 defense, but in total completeness. Same with the offense in that 2012-2013 run. But I feel like adding one more veteran pass rusher will just be the last piece of that puzzle, and we are just going to be fully equipped and ready to go. If we don't, that's fine. We would still be ready to go anyway for regular season, but it's just the icing on the cake pretty much. Also, I wanted to mention one thing in the comments that someone had mentioned in the last video that, you know, the media always tries to slander Lamar, and it was about my statement about the, you know, that hearing that EDC had commented or had been a part of, where he had mentioned how we got to see how the negotiations went between Eric DeCosta and Lamar Jackson, at least as part of it. Lamar Jackson did comment on how his contract went, and this was all the way back when he first signed it. He did say, yes, I did ask for a trade, but that wasn't with the intent of actually asking for a trade. That was me trying to get the ball rolling, just trying to get the money flow going. He never gave the Ravens a list of teams he wanted to be traded to, because he knew the Ravens would eventually cough up the money. It's either a risky gamble or he's a great businessman. Pick your poison. To me, like, and the media coming out and making it look like Lamar just wanted this extravagant amount, which he deserved. I'm like, what, this narrative that they keep trying to slander him is just mind-boggling to me. 2-time MVP, and people still believe Josh Allen is better. Come on. 2-time MVP. Should have been 3. I mean, you could say his playoff record or whatever. Neither is Josh Allen. He doesn't have a perfect record either. He's never gone to a Super Bowl ever. Yes, Lamar hasn't either. They both have lost to the same team to try and get to the Super Bowl, the Kansas City Refs. But still, I'm just saying that the media slander around that, it's all a business at the end of the day. The NFL is a business, and Lamar has always been betting on himself, and he always gets what he thinks he deserves, and I believe that's what he deserves. The contract that he got is what he deserves, and the next contract he will get is what he will deserve. Thank you for tuning into Ravens today. I'm your host, Connor Gioffreda. Thank you guys so much for subscribing to the channel, and keep liking the videos. I will catch you all later.